Welcome to another episode of Giving Them the Business. Brad Boyd, Ben Taylor. We haven't seen you since the holidays, so happy holidays.
Yeah, been a little while. Welcome to 2022, everybody. We'll talk about this here in just a second, but 2022 started right where 2021 ended for me when it comes to bowl game matchups.
Hey, we had a good time at bowl season. I mean, I did. I don't know about you, but
Look, I had a great time, but why don't you tell the people?
you owe me a bucket. That's all I know.
I
Bucket
owe-
of beers, 5 domestic Bud Lights. I'm good with that.
Any domestic beer of your choice. Hell, I'll even
Well, I
get
don't
you.
drink-
I'll even get you imports if you want them. You earned it.
Miller Genuine Draft.
I will get you some MGD, baby.
Gotta love MGD, man. Even though I don't drink Miller, Bud Light's fine with me. But, yeah, bowl season was good times, man. Hey, we had some good games, good matchups.
Yeah. Hey, the little friendly competition between us, right tight down right up till New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I mean, we went all the way to the end of 2021 before we had to separate a little bit. But New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
That's where champions were made.
Yeah, man. Crunch
both in
time.
college football and in the
Oh, I thought you were talking about our picks.
and in the giving them the business football bowl challenge for a bucket of beers.
I will take the inaugural, not the first annual, the inaugural bucket of beer winnings. Anyways. Hey, Georgia beat Bama, by the way. 33-18.
Yeah, they did in a very entertaining ball game. If you're a fan of good defense,
Yeah, I mean, it was, you could say it was a little boring at first. I mean, field goal, whatever. Hey, 33-18 at the end was not field goals. So
no, it wasn't. But I think me myself personally, and I don't think yourself would have looked at the game as boring.
no, that was good football.
You knew Georgia was going to come in playing some stout defense.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what we missed in the SEC championship. I mean, where Bama put a bunch of points was, well, where's the Georgia 6.6 points per game defense?
Exactly
Like,
right.
And we saw that on full display.
Yeah,
Even though they gave up 18, that was on full display.
Yeah, and look, I mean, they limited Bama to one touchdown, and that was off of the Stetson Bennett fumble.
Yeah.
That I'm going to say Alabama literally walked into the recovery.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have said it better. The other highlight of that game wasn't a player to me.
Tell me
It
about
was the hops that Kirby Smart had on that interception to seal the game in the fourth quarter. That dude was up here. Like, you can't even see my hand because that's how high he was. His feet were up here.
May put himself on a Wheaties box.
Man, hey, you talk about 40-inch verts. Man, hey, Kirby. Dude got like 60-inch vert on that replay, man. It was awesome. Like, and how excited was he, and as he should be. I mean, that guy made that interception, and he went.
Oh, that was game.
Gang.
You know.
And then we saw him go down. He's like, nah. I'm housing this.
That's right.
It was awesome.
But Georgia, in my opinion, had two huge plays that really sealed this thing. One was the blocked punt.
Yep.
The blocked field goal.
Same thing.
That led
Chang or something.
That led to a touchdown, and then the 40-yard bomb from Bennett to Mitchell that gave them the lead for good. I mean, those two drives were really your first specks of offense in this game.
Yeah.
And that was when the momentum really swung Georgia's way, in my opinion.
And how could you not root for Stetson Bennett? Man? I mean, former walk-on, and then loses to Alabama in the SEC championship, and then gets all the way back to the Natty. Man,
preferred
what a
walk
story,
on to JUCO
Yeah.
to returning as a walk-on, earns a scholarship, beats out, wins out the starting job over JT Daniels this season. I mean, what a story.
Yeah, man. Hey, guy's a ball player, man. Loves playing football. Hey, I just root for guys like that. The underdog, the Baker Mayfields in college, being former walk-ons like that. I root for that. Maybe because not
the most talented player to ever play the game.
No.
But that dude gutted it out and kept his team in just about every game. Won a few for him.
Damn right. A few.
Hell of a story.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hell of a story. Proud of the kid.
And great job waking up at 8 a.m. the next morning doing the interview.
Oh, classic.
Good Morning America.
Classic. Hey, we've all been there. Maybe not in Good Morning America.
Hey, cheers, Stetson.
To Stetson Bennett.
Cheers, bro.
Let go, kid.
Hey, we feel you, brother. All right. So all those NFL guys are on that field that night. Bama, Georgia guys. All right.
Yep.
To the NFL.
We'll see y'all next year.
Yeah.
In the league.
Yeah, a bunch of y'all are going to be playing on Sundays. Playoffs, wildcard weekend.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about playoffs?
Oh, yeah, we are. All right, let's get into wildcard weekend, but first let's talk. So Packers, NFC, first round bye, home field advantage.
Had that wrapped up.
What a story
A couple
that
weeks
was,
ago.
Man. How about week one when they were down and out?
Yeah.
They got smoked by the Saints week one. Everybody's like, oh, the Packers and Aaron Rodgers.
Jameis Winston shocks the world.
Yeah, okay. Everything's going to be all right.
Relax.
Relax. Yeah, the Packers are really, really good at football, and they proved it all year. And they got the first round bye and home field advantage. So kudos to them and Titans in the AFC.
Yeah, but mad props to the Titans. I mean,
lost Derrick Henry?
That's right.
Shit.
Not only the number one seed, they're going to have home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs.
As long as they stay in it.
Derrick Henry
returning.
Expected to be back for the divisional round. I mean, they worked their way kind of back into that number one seed, and now they get their biggest weapon back, the best offensive player in the game.
And their offense goes
right
through the running game. I mean, for the Titans to be good, the Titans need to run the ball.
Got to run the damn ball.
I mean, look, I'm not saying that Ryan Tannehill isn't a great quarterback because he is. I mean, from where he's from, he is one of the greatest quarterbacks. He's from Texas A&M. I mean, obviously, he is from a great lineage, even though he played wide receiver there. But what I'm saying is that their Titans offense goes through the running game.
That snippet,
like my dissertation?
That snippet had lost me for a second. I'm wondering, why in the hell are you saying great so much?
Because
Ryan Tannehill is a really, really talented NFL quarterback.
Number one overall seed in the AFC. What are we talking about?
Great at times.
Needs a really good running game that Derrick Henry brings. And
you can say that about a lot of really good quarterbacks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, take nothing away from Tannehill, but yeah, I thought it was very impressive how the Titans rebounded this year, found their way, played well, but also due to the misfortune of a few other teams, end up in that number one seed.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to watch, see what happens. But yeah, I'm rooting for them a little bit because Tannehill's A&M guy, of course. All right, wild card weekend, big weekend, a lot of good games. Raiders Bengals kick it off 4:30 on Saturday. It's a good one.
Football all weekend, meaningful football.
And you don't have games like you gotta have 5 games on. Like, it is one at a time.
Each game's got its own spotlight, and I love it.
Yep. Raiders Bengals though kick it off for us, and the Raiders had a interesting way of getting into the playoffs. The Bengals they're finally in the playoffs.
Hey,
with a home game too.
Look, the Raiders earned their way in after firing John Gruden. What, halfway through the year?
Yeah, heck of a story too, man.
Yeah,
Of them bouncing back and of all the things that.
Yeah, they won a couple of games after that, then lost 5 of their next 6. I mean,
losing some players to some very unfortunate events,
tragic incident. I mean, miracle is a strong word, but I mean, nobody. Look, when John Gruden left the team, I don't think anybody saw this coming.
Nah, they got blowed out by the Bengals.
Yeah.
Can they rebound? I mean, hey, tough to beat a team. We said it before. Tough to beat a team twice. Can it happen here? I mean, hey, the NFL is tough, especially when you get to the playoffs, man. Things are a little different.
Yeah, I think kind of every good underdog story kind of has its limits. And this is where the good fortune runs out for the Raiders. Cincy's coming in, playing ball, consistently playing ball like I think kind of everybody expected them to after the first month of the year. They ended up with 4 wins against playoff teams. They're 6-2 against the spread since their bye week. Come off the bye, I think they're playing as well as they can right now, and I think that's I know that's better than what the Raiders can put together. If Cincy brings their A game at home, I don't think that 5.5 is too much for them.
No, I hear you. Although I'm going a different way, but I think the Raiders can put up sneaky points. They put up enough points. Like you see a lot of games with 17-15 or whatever. I think they can put up points, and you saw that last week against the Chargers. Chargers are a really good Chargers team all year long, and then the Raiders, win in overtime.
Found a way to win.
And they have found ways to win the last few weeks, and
it's something 4 or 5 walk-off wins.
Hey, how about this
season for the Raiders?
Derrick Carr, first playoff game.
Hey, good for him.
How about that, man?
Hey, good for him.
They would have gone to the playoffs, but he broke his leg. Remember, it broke. It was broke.
That's right.
Yeah, they were like 14-2 that year. Yeah, man, I think it's gonna be closer than the last time they met. I think it's a closer game. Hey, at 5.5, I'll take the Raiders plus 5.5. I've rode the Raiders plus the points the last few weeks, and they have scored for me. So.
You know me, and we've talked about this on this show and offset. I'm on again, off again. The fucking Bengals bandwagon. I'm back on it this week.
Back on it.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. I mean,
that dude's a freak, by the way.
Oh yeah, rookie. Just give him the Rookie of the Year trophy. Right now.
You saw what he did last week? Was it last week?
2 weeks ago.
When he caught a pass and then literally ran away from everybody.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be that easy
in the NFL.
No,
you can't do that in the NFL. All right. I think you're on the Bengals and I'm on the Raiders.
That's right.
But also, one more thing. And you'll see this on our ticket later. But the over in this game. Love the over in this game. The Bengals give up an absurd amount of points. They score points.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. They give up an absurd amount of points. And the Raiders can put up points. I mean, granted, they don't. In some games, they score 17 or 15 or whatever.
Well, and they've done
last week they just scored 30.
Yeah.
33? Yeah. So
yeah.
Watch the over on this. I'm just saying I like the Raiders plus the points. They may not win. I like them plus the points. It's gonna be closer. I think it's gonna be closer than people think, especially playoff games, first playoff games for both quarterbacks. But watch the over. There's gonna be a lot of points scored, I think.
Yeah. I like that.
Patriots, Bills. That's the night game Saturday night.
I think this may be the best the best football game of the weekend. And I can sit here and I can give you reasons why both teams can win this ball game.
The first time they met in the snow and the Patriots threw the ball
that
3
was the
times.
bitter cold.
That's a fluke. Like that game plan.
Throw that game out.
That's a line straight through
of your handicapping.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree 100% because there's not going to be an NFL quarterback in the playoffs that throws the ball 3 times and wins. I don't think so, man.
That was 2 game plans going head to head, and Belichick's game plan just happened to score more points than McDermott. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know,
rookie quarterback Josh Allen. He's been here before. He's been in the playoffs. He's been in bigger games. He's done it. Mac Jones played his ass off all year. Let's just say that. I think
he came in with high expectations. He has certainly exceeded those expectations since coming into the league. In my opinion,
man. Look at his other draft counterparts that have come in the league this year.
Oh, it's
he's exceeded those. I mean, he's so much better than those guys. Well, he's also on a better team.
And with a coach and a scheme that has used him to his strengths,
right,
and has I'll say guided him along, kind of let the leash out a little bit at a time,
right,
and since from week 1 to week 18, he's gone from a quarterback in a scheme that tried to prevent him from losing you games to he's a quarterback that can go out and win you ball games in the fourth quarter. And I think it's been a little while, and you don't see many of them that make that transformation in 17 or 18 weeks first year of the NFL.
No. I mean, you're used to seeing rookie quarterbacks come into bad teams and be bad in the first year. And then they get another slew of draft picks, and then they're good, a couple of years from that. Hey, Mac Jones, hats off to him, man. He's played exceptionally well all year. Can he do it in the playoffs? That's to be seen this week.
Well, these two met in Week 16. Buffalo won that matchup, and a key stat in that game, Buffalo held them to 1 of 10 on third down. Now the Patriots padded their fourth down stats a little bit late in the game, but Mac Jones had what was without a doubt his most disappointing performance of the second half of the season. 145 yards, 2 picks. He was south of 45% completion. Here's a stat that I found that when I looked at it, almost shocked me. The Patriots, 17 playoff appearances under Bill Belichick. They've played in the wild card round a total of 4 times.
Interesting.
They're just 2-2 in those matchups, and never won the Super Bowl while playing in the wild card round. I found that absolutely fascinating. While it makes complete sense, I found that absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, it is fascinating. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
And granted, this is a completely different Patriots team, Patriots franchise since those times. That being said, the Bills played below 500 ball from the middle of October into the middle of December. Okay? They finished with a flurry in the year, got themselves a division win. But their only win was in games that they weren't favored by 2 touchdowns or more, was that Patriots game.
Interesting.
Perhaps the Bills aren't back per se. Perhaps the Bills aren't as good as the AFC East winning team that we try to believe they are. The Patriots have Bill Belichick. We talked about, what he's done in the playoffs. Everybody knows what he's done in the playoffs. 4.5. Give me the Patriots. Like I said, I think this is going to be the best football game of the weekend. I'm taking a shot with Mac Jones and Bill Belichick.
I hear you. I think a lot of these games are going to come down to a field goal or a one-possession game, just a matter of where they are in one possessions. I'm with you. Hey, I don't blame you for taking Patriots plus points here. Eagles Bucks. I think we agree there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think Tom Brady Bucks get out of the first round.
The Bucks are coming in here like a typical Tom Brady team. 7-1 in their last 8. The only one was that was the shutout against the Saints.
9-0.
Yeah,
9-9.
Yeah, scratch a line through that. They beat Philly early in the year. I'll take
not
Bucks.
by much, but
the line was 7.
28-22, I think.
The line was 7. They won by 6.
Yeah.
On a late Philadelphia touchdown inside of 5 minutes. Inside of 5 minutes to play. So yeah, they did. They didn't cover that game. That was early in the year.
But I think
Bucks
the Eagles
minus 8.5.
Yeah, the Eagles don't throw the ball great. I mean, Jalen Hurts. Like I'm a fan of Jalen. I think I root for the guy too, but they don't throw the ball great. They run the ball.
They've got the best rushing numbers of any team in the NFL. They've got 12 straight games. I saw earlier 12 straight games of 100 yards rushing or more, and that's by far the most active in the NFL.
Yes, but hey, the Bucks can play some defense too when they want to.
Mm-hmm.
I think they play some defense here and they win by. I think they cover the 8.5. They win by 10 at least. But hey, your game, Niners Cowboys. Cowboys minus 3.5 at home. Sucker bet 3.5.
Tell me why the Cowboys can't win this game.
Oh, I mean they can win this game. But I think there's a lot of.
I guess I should rephrase that. Tell me why they won't.
A lot of pressure on Dak here, man. I think Dak's feeling the pressure. Feeling the pressure, man. Oh, Jerry came out and said Super Bowl or bust. I didn't even go to the playoffs last year. Super Bowl or bust. Okay. All right.
That man's got 12 touchdown passes in the last 3 games.
Oh, y'all ran it up. Y'all ran it up on Giants, Washington, Philly. Oh, you ran it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, y'all want to play some playoff teams? Hey. Oh, hey, the Niners are a real team, man.
Ain't no such thing as running it up in the NFL. You don't want us to score.
You
play some D.
Well, should be resting Dak's ankle in those games when you don't need to. But hey, the Eagles game, y'all scored 30 at halftime. You didn't even need to win the game.
Let's be real.
You had it locked up. I think the pressure's on Dak. Y'all were trying to get Dak some confidence going into the playoffs.
I don't know about the pressure part. Okay, like every quarterback is feeling pressure, with exception of TB12, is feeling pressure going in to this weekend.
Not like this guy.
Nah.
Not like this guy. He's got all the pressure on his shoulder. Even Zeke came out and said it this week. He's like, he's got more pressure on his shoulders than anybody. That's your own team saying that. That's not me saying that.
This is no different. This is playoff football. More pressure on Dak Prescott than it is Joe Burrow, Mac Jones, Derrick Carr. Nobody. That being said, San Francisco's a ball team that can go into Dallas and win this game.
Jimmy G playing?
Jimmy G is playing.
He's been to a Super Bowl. Just saying. Dak ain't.
That's been a while ago.
He'd been there before, though.
Look,
He'd been there before as a backup. He'd been there as a starter. You were saying. I mean, this guy's got some.
You really going to sit here and talk up Jimmy effing Garoppolo?
Not really. I mean, just to get under your skin a little bit.
How many of them Bud Lights you didn't have already?
Working yet?
No, I'm just wondering, like, really, I mean, what you're talking about the 49ers. Is Dallas going to lose this game, or can the 49ers go in and win it?
I'm so rooting against the Cowboys, it don't matter.
But that's what I'm saying. Tell me why they won't win.
It could be
so you're telling me that the Cowboys are going to go in and cough this ball game up.
You going to run the ball?
Damn, well, better.
With who? RB1?
Your RB1, RB2.
Who's your RB1?
Ezekiel. Hey, Tony.
No.
Both of them.
No.
Both of them.
All right.
But that's what the Cowboys are going to have to do
to win this game.
Up. Cooper showing up. CD showing up.
Yeah.
Gallup, he done for the season.
Yeah, he done.
Yeah.
He done.
Yeah, they're showing up. Dalton Schultz showing up.
All right.
But if they don't.
If they don't what? You'll be out?
No, the 49ers can and will win this ball game.
Well, they're the only team that they're playing against. So, yeah.
This game depends on the Cowboys' offense coming out and playing on all 8 cylinders. If they don't, and we've seen games where they've come out and just beat the shit out of teams. Y'all know a lot about that.
Here we go.
The rest of the NFC East knows about that.
Here we go.
You're
not playing against the NFC East.
But we've seen games where that offense has come out and absolutely shit the bed. If they do that, the 49ers can win this game. Either the Cowboys cover the spread of 3.5, which I'm taking, or they lose outright. So
I'm taking all that.
Give me Cowboys with not 100% confidence. I think they come out, hit the ground running, and actually just run the ball.
They're going to run the ball.
Run through the 49ers. But if they fail to get off the bus like they have in several games this year, 49ers will go in there and beat them.
Yeah, I think so. All right, I won't talk any more shit. But I am taking Niners plus points and money line and any other prop bet I can get. Niners over the Cowboys. Give me all that. Give me 2 of them. 2 chains. Your boy. All right. Steelers Chiefs. Steelers Chiefs. I think we agree. The Chiefs minus 13 is just about right.
I could see. I could see a garbage time score. Just
I'm winning.
Just ruining tickets for a lot of players.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, garbage time touchdowns have fucked a lot. I mean, screwed a lot of people. You know what I mean? So.
The Steelers, for lack of, in spite of Big Ben, have found their way into the playoffs. Okay, take nothing. You can't take that away from them. Look, the Chargers had a shot to get in. Indy had a shot to get in. They couldn't get it done. The Steelers went out, won the last 2, and hey, they're here. They are in the playoffs. You can't take that from them. That being said, and Big Ben even said it himself, facetiously, but hey, we got no chance. We're double-digit underdogs. Just going to go out here and have fun.
Hopefully he throws the ball more than 3 yards an attempt, because that's what he did in the Browns game. It was 2.5 yards attempt. Yeah, that's not going to get it done here. The Chiefs are a way better team than the Steelers. Let's just be honest. And the number, I mean, if you look down, I mean, look, the Bucs are an 8.5-point favorite versus the Eagles at home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Chiefs are minus 13 at home. I mean, in a first-round playoff game.
Right.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, they're supposed to beat the doors off the Steelers.
They absolutely should, and probably by 20 or more.
Yeah, I mean, that line's probably conservative because it is a playoff game. I mean, and these lines are probably – I mean, because these are playoff games. But
3 weeks ago, they beat the Steelers by 26.
Yeah, I don't think anything changes. Hey, Ben had his moment against the Browns at Hines, and he high-fived everybody on the way out saying they didn't think they were getting in the playoffs. Look, I think the Chiefs roll. They may be up 13 first 5 minutes of the game. So I think we're both on the same page. I think you're scared of the Chiefs covering that spread with a garbage time, but I'm taking the Chiefs. Let's move on from that trash ass game. This is a real game. Cardinals.
I don't think so.
Cardinals Rams. How do you not think so?
5 weeks ago, yeah, I think so.
Well, they split in the regular season, and the Cardinals beat them.
5 weeks ago,
I
I think this then is the most entertaining game of the weekend. Look, the Cards finished the year 1-4. Okay, no DeAndre Hopkins. The Rams, third in sacks, third in interceptions. I think they make it extremely difficult on Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's numbers without DeAndre Hopkins. There's a 20-point difference in passer rating, 7% drop in completion percentage, and 2.2 fewer yards per attempt. I really wanted this game should be the best game of the week without DeAndre Hopkins. I think the Rams get after it early, and I'm taking the Rams minus 4.5.
Hey, look, in Kyler Murray, I trust, man. I love Kyler Murray. I think he's one hell of a player. I think they find a way, man. I think they find a way. Give me plus the 4, and I'll take the money line. Plus 165.
Bold.
Yeah. Hey, take a stance and go with it, man. I think here and
have a take.
This is the game to do it. Stafford's not been playing great over the last few weeks.
I'll give you that.
He has not played great. He's turned the ball over left and right. Hey, Cardinals get a couple of turnovers, and Kyler Murray does his little thing. Watch out. It could turn quickly on the Rams. And the Rams have that – they just got that feeling to me. They got too many – it's kind of like LeBron and the Lakers. They got too many of the guys that are still chasing that ring. They're still ring chasing. Kyler Murray's young. Like, he hasn't been there before. Well, Stafford either. He played for the Lions. But I think the Rams got Odell. They got, they got these guys that are just ring chasing, and it doesn't stack up well. The Lakers with Shaq, Karl Malone, Gary Payton. That didn't end too well for them that year.
This ain't that team.
The Cards are a real team. I know they didn't play well in the second half. They are a real team. They were the best team in football for the better part of the season.
The best player on that field Monday night, his name is Cooper Kupp. It's not Aaron Donald.
All right, I'll give you that. Hey,
all right.
You notice I didn't say nothing about Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, I'm a fan.
That's right.
Hey, but with that said, I mean, Aaron. He can be throwing the ball to Cooper Kupp all game long. But, hey, Kyler Murray's got that magic, man. I'm telling you, give me the Cards plus the points. Sneaky feeling, man, that the Rams, they're just in a bad spot here, man. They should have been better all year.
I think the all things being equal, DeAndre Hopkins doesn't get hurt. The Cardinals win this division, end up with a home game, and it's no contest the other way, in my opinion.
Oh, I mean,
I hold Kyler Murray in high esteem.
The whole schedule's shaking up. If they're not even playing the Rams first game. You know what I mean? Like it's different. I mean, But I mean, we got to go with who's playing, Monday night, and
it's not the Cardinals team that we saw for 13 weeks, 14 weeks this season. It's a different Cardinals team that had a shot to had a lock throat grasp on the NFC West halfway through the season.
Yeah, what were they, 9-2 at one point? Finished 11-5.
Yeah,
11-6.
11-6.
Yeah, the whole 18.
I know.
18 weeks.
I know.
That math screws me all up. 13-3 is now 13-4, or it's weird. All right, let's take a look at the ticket. Here we go. I got Raiders plus 5.5, and give me the over 49 in that game against the Bengals. Yeah, I think Bills take care of business here. Give me the experience edge with the Bills -4. Bucks, hey, bet against Tom Brady 8.5 -8.5 at your own peril. That's on you, not me. I'm taking Tom Brady and the Bucks -8.5. You see the Niners and the all there. Give me every Niners alternate line, the money line, every line. Give it to me. Give me all of them. Give me 2 of them. Same chain. Chiefs -13. I think they roll the Steelers. It could be over in the first quarter. Cards +4. Give me the money line +165, baby. Let's go Cards. Kyler Murray and we trust.
A lot of differences on these tickets. I love it. I love it.
It makes it fun. You already owe me a bucket. I mean, shit.
Hey, you want to make it double or nothing?
No. I want my beers.
Hey, I'm back on the Bengals bandwagon this week. I'm probably going to tell you something different next week, but I'm here to stay for this week. Patriots. Love a chance for them to cover. I think this is going to be a close ball game, best ball game of the week. Under 44, game time temp in Buffalo, 4 degrees. Now
that's cold, man.
The wind's supposed to lay down a little bit. I'm going to take it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's still coming out of the.
It's so cold,
still
man.
Coming out of the east at 10 miles an hour.
Better in the north.
Yeah. although when you're at about 0 or close to it, any air that moves, it don't matter what direction she's coming from.
Yeah, you're right. Unless it's south. All right.
That's why I'm going to take a shot on the under here. One thing that's going to affect more than anything are kickers, and I think everybody knows here our opinion of kickers.
Other than Pat McAfee,
I'll just leave that at that. Brady and the Bucks roll. Cowboys offense shows out at home, 3.5. Chiefs, the huge line in the playoffs. The Steelers are here in spite of Big Ben, because they've got 2 of the most talented young skill players in Najee Harris and Deontay Johnson. They may find a way to keep this respectable for Big Ben's retirement party. I'm taking the Rams -4 with the Hopkins-less against the Hopkins-less Cards.
No D-Hop.
Hopkins-less.
Yeah, no D-Hop. All right. Anyways, got a couple other things.
Yeah, going from teams who have played well this season to teams who have
fired their
played.
coaches. Which, hey, FFCA is a tip of the cap to John Gruden, Fired Football Coaches Association, or of America, however you want to do that acronym. But some coaches that we probably thought were going to get fired, and then some were like, oh, they really just fired their coach?
Several that you expected and probably should have been fired sooner.
John Joe Judge.
A couple of others that were kind of a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, Joe Judge, Giants at
Matt Nagy, the Bears.
Zimmer with the Vikings.
Nagy, Zimmer. I thought was a little surprising. They didn't have a horrible year.
They didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they didn't have much of one. But I think the Vikings. Cousins probably has 1 year on that deal left.
It's either
maybe
this is the last year or he has one more.
Yeah, I think I think this is a sign that the Vikings are about to turn it over. Completely.
Yeah. Nagy, I think everybody saw that coming in Chicago.
100%.
I mean, he completely butchered the whole thing with the Red Rocket. Your boy. What's his name?
With between
Dalton.
Dalton, Fields, and then you got Nick Foles who might be the best quarterback out of the three of them.
Yeah.
He's
he's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, Vic Fangio with the Broncos.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't look. It's kind of tough, especially like when you watch games, and he was in a no-win situation.
No.
He didn't have a quarterback. He doesn't. That's a tough situation. I feel for him.
I really rooted for Teddy Bridgewater.
I always root for that guy. But yeah, I mean, it just didn't work out, man. And the quarterback position. I mean, come to find out, Teddy got hurt early in his career. He was going to be really good, I thought, and he got hurt, and he became a really good average quarterback.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of them in the league. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of average quarterbacks in this league. And, man, he was there, Fangino. I feel for him because that's a bad deal, man. He didn't have a good go at it, and I feel for him. Not that I'm a big fan of him. I'm just you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a football team. And that's just how it is at any level. High school, college, NFL. If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a football team.
And he doesn't pick the QBs on the roster.
Nah, man.
But they've got a Hall of Famer in the box.
Hall of Fame quarterback that is making those decisions. And,
exactly right.
And he got fired by that guy. So I feel for him in that sense. Dolphins was a surprise fire, by
Shocker.
Look, he won 7. They were 1-7 or 2-7.
They were 1-7. They lost 7 straight.
And then they finished.
And then they won 7 straight. Yes.
They finished 9-8. He was 1-7, and they finished 9-8.
Yeah, the first team in NFL history to lose 7 straight, win 7 straight in the same season. What they did around the midway point is nothing short of amazing. And another thing is what he and his staff were able to have been able to do with Tua Tagovailoa has really surprised me. I'm not a fan of Tua, but they've turned him into an efficient quarterback that's not gonna that's not gonna lose you too many ball games. And
he tries to sometimes, though, man. Jeez.
And look, but credit to Brian Flores and his staff, putting Tua in a system that fits him and that offense. But look, Miami's got some good young tools in Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
They've got some good tools on both sides of the ball. Any word on why the exit? There's some in my opinion. There's something up here.
I had heard there was some disconnect between Flores and front office or Flores and Tua, but that's a tough one, man. That's I don't know, man, but that's a good job though. The Dolphins' job is talk about teams that fire their coaches are usually picking in the top 5 in the draft. Well, Miami's not.
You're talking winning team. There is that is the only coaching vacancy with a winning program right now.
Right. I mean, that's not a bad job to take if you're somebody. I mean, Jaguars jobs, they're drafting first as usual.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like they draft first all the time. Are they not drafting first all the time?
A lot of the time, and quite a bit of the time, I feel like they're not doing much with that.
Yeah.
With that first pick.
But yeah, I mean, that's an open job but that's a good job. Even though that's 2 years in a row that they're drafting first overall, that's still a good job. I mean, you got Travis Etienne coming back. I mean, I've been waiting to see.
That's a great point.
I've been waiting to see Travis Etienne. I was excited for them to get Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne because Travis Etienne was one of the best running backs in college football or college football history, maybe.
No, and obviously had great rapport, playing with Lawrence for
right. I'm sure Trevor missed him all year.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's in the huddle going, man, god damn, I wish Travis.
And Dabo and there's a lot of other guys.
And the D Hall and
my barber.
Man, I wish I had the Clemson locker room. Anyways, but I think the Jaguars' job's sneaky good, and I think they're going to get a decent. I think they're going to get some decent guys come out for that job, but I think the Dolphins' job's sneaky good. Of all of the jobs that are open. I mean, the Texans just fired their coach today, which nobody even knew who their coach was, so it didn't even matter.
No, and I read just before the show that Gerard Mayo is the leading candidate already. Former linebacker, I think, for the Patriots, and current linebacker coach.
I thought you were saying current linebacker. I'm like, he's still playing, right? No,
no, but
right.
He ain't long been out of the game, and according to Adam Schefter. Sources close to the situation tell him that Gerard Mayo is expected to emerge as the leading candidate.
Hey, and T's and P's to Schefter, man. He was TikTok dancing on the on the field. So T's and P's, baby. T's and P's.
Oh my
Schefter,
gosh.
you're not gonna watch this, so it doesn't matter that I'm doing this. So T's and P's, Schefter, on your full recovery from your knee injury, from your TikTok dance or whatever you were attempting.
How embarrassing.
But I know he sent that tweet that you read.
Yeah.
Out from a prone position on his bed. But whatever. Anyway, enough about Shefty.
Yeah, rest, ice, compression, elevation, my friend.
Rice. All right. Yeah, I think we covered all the fire jobs.
Yeah.
The Lions kept their coach, by the way.
So far,
hey.
Real quick, and it's not a job opening, but the Raiders head coach, interim head coach, still has the interim title.
Does he win a game in the playoffs? Does he beat the Bengals? Does he keep the job? Does he get the job?
And in my opinion, he should keep the job. Either way.
Hey, you got him to the playoffs, man. That's not easy to do in the NFL.
Don't quote me on this. And it may not be the first, but he is one, if not the first, he is one of only a select few to have become head coach of a team in the middle of a season and lead them to the playoffs.
That's awesome, man. If that's true.
In the many years of the NFL, be the only or one of a select few. Look, the guy obviously did a heck of a job.
Especially with Waller getting hurt for a few games and then COVID and all this. That's a hell of a job, man.
Not to mention players going to jail and stuff.
Well, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. But anyways.
But you have to mention,
I hear you.
He overcame more than just John Gruden being fired.
And a normal just NFL.
Yeah.
That's not normal. Guys getting in car accidents and that's not normal.
No.
I get you. All right, let's switch gears. We got some college hoops. Hey, by the way, some surprising teams at the top, man.
Hey,
I'm just saying. We're surprising teams making a little noise.
We're starting to get into where
Canes.
Hey, look,
They're
kudos,
top of the ACC right now.
kudos to them. I mean,
Beat Duke.
Big conference win. Big conference win for the Canes.
Lost to Florida State after.
Yeah, I mean, you
Probably celebrating.
Hey, if we're gonna talk ACC here real quick, nobody has really in the ACC has kind of shown themselves to be kind of the
Better than
the
everybody
leader
else.
of the pack.
No.
I mean, you've got 7 or 8 teams with 1 or 2 losses, and we're 4, 5, 6 games into this conference schedule. Big win for the Canes. I think they're sitting at 2 or 3 losses. I think after the Florida State.
Disappointing, to say the least.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, to come off, a little bit of a letdown
13-4, by the way.
But
By the way, hey, I meant to say Carolina at Miami Tuesday night. You want to go?
oh, really?
We gotta look at tickets. Tuesday night, though, we're both off.
Hey, if they're playing Carolina, I am a diehard Canes fan. Hey, let me go find my merch.
I figured. I got one sneaky team for you.
All right.
And it's not even going to be sneaky from me to you because Texas A&M is sneaky good this year at basketball, man. They're 14-2 on the year.
How are they? I've not looked at their schedule, but I did see that they're sitting
Unranked.
atop,
Unranked.
atop of the SEC.
Unranked at 14-2 right now.
Right.
And like a Power 5 conference.
That's right. Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
That one surprised me. And I mean, even if you look at the rankings, the also rans, they're not even on that list.
No. So I was talking to Pops today, Texas A&M grad. He goes, they kind of remind me of that VCU team. They just press. They play D. They turn the ball over, and they get in fast breaks, and they score points. And guess what? They score, and they're in the press again. So kind of a fun team to watch. So just a little sneaky. Who's 14-2 right now? Midway point in the season.
I'm a big fan of that Havoc trademark.
Oh yeah,
style defense.
Absolutely, me too.
And that's just fun football to watch. But you got to have an.
We're talking
hoops. Excuse me. But you've got to have an ultra conditioned team.
Oh yeah.
To pull that off for 30 games at 40 minutes a game.
And I think what's going on is when you have a less maybe athletic team than most,
okay,
or you have less recruits, or you play in the underdog role. You sit there and let's play some defense. Let's force turnovers. And that's
how do we find a way to win?
And that's what VCU did really well in their heyday. Was maybe they don't have a bunch of 5-star guys or lottery picks going to the NBA, but we got 5 guys that are going to play together.
That's right, and
that are going to cause havoc. And that I think that's what A&M is taken on. Not that they're ever going to say that that's from VCU or whatever, but. And I'm not saying that either, but
look, I think that style of basketball is not unheard of. But you got to have a group of guys capable of pulling that off.
Not just 5.
No,
you better have 10 or 12.
You better run deep. You don't have to have the most talented 10 in the country, but you better have 10 that can put up quality minutes and run the floor.
Yeah, because. When you don't size up too well with the opponent, or maybe the opponent's just got better dudes than you. Hey, let's pick up the pace. Let's make them run faster. Let's make them turn over the ball. Let's get in fast break situations. Let's get easier shots for our guys. It bodes well, and if you can play that style. But you got anybody else? Look, I'm a big Canes fan.
I mean, just kind of looking through the, top 5, top 10. Baylor lost, caught their first loss this week to Texas Tech.
It's probably good that they lost a game.
Look, it's conference basketball,
but it's humbling.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, we can lose. Let's get that fire going again.
Exactly right.
Baylor's really good, by the way.
Oh, and they're going to continue to be really good.
They're coming off a natty. Oh
yeah,
they are still really good.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere, but that'll move Gonzaga back to the top. UCLA's has been heralded since the preseason. They're still good. I think Auburn's a shocker, really being the obviously the most highly rated SEC team. For them to climb into the top 5 this early is a little bit surprising to me. Former number 1 Purdue has lost a couple of games here in
they're still really
Big
good
Ten play. Yeah, look, you're gonna have losses, especially in conference play, home and away conference matchups.
Home court advantage means a lot in conference play.
100%.
Let's just put that.
100%. Real quick, I think we've got a couple of good ball games this weekend. One of which from the SEC, Tennessee at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Long time SEC rivalry there. One thing, if you look at Kentucky's team this year, you're used to the freshmen, the diaper dandies.
The one and dones.
That's right. 4 of their 5 top scorers are upperclassmen, and they're 11th in Division I in scoring, going against a Tennessee team that allows around 60 a game, but can go 9 or 10 men deep. Kentucky with a much shorter bench. Kentucky at home should be well favored, I would expect. Depending on what you get, maybe look for Tennessee with a cover in this game. I think top to bottom, Kentucky's a better team than Tennessee. But Tennessee had a couple of good wins early in the year. Maybe come in and you can get them at 7 or 8 points. Road game against Kentucky in the SEC. Who knows?
Yeah. What else you got? You got any other?
Yeah,
games?
I got one more that you may have a little interest in.
All
right. Texas at Iowa State.
I got Iowa State. Straight up, all that plus minus, it don't matter. I got Iowa State.
I do as well, but I
know
think
nothing about them.
Iowa's got a chance to be a slight home dog here. Texas is 7-1 in their last 8. Iowa State started the year 12-0. They got into conference play, have lost 3 of their last 4.
Sounds like Texas is due for a loss.
Iowa State's got a guard, Isaiah Brockington, 7 points, 8 rebounds a game, shoots 40% from 3-point. This is a must-win for Iowa State if they're going to keep pace with the top tier in the Big 12. I think they show up at home and maybe an upset against Texas. That's what I got this weekend.
Yeah, I got Iowa State.
Should be 2 good ball games.
100% got Iowa State. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. If you watched this long, hopefully you did. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, been a lot of fun. Happy 2022 to everybody.
Yeah, we didn't even say that at the beginning. So.
Well, I mentioned, actually, quite frankly, that 2022 started just as 2021 ended.
I just took that as a bucket of beer for me. So
hey, here's to more winners this season. Y'all have a good week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week
for the divisional round. NFL playoffs.
Hey, more NFL playoffs, more hoops talk. College basketball is getting going. Here we go. March Madness right around the corner. So here we go.